Alrighty then. It says I'm live. Hello. And boom. Boom. I think I'm going to change this. Okay. Boom. Boom. Oh. Yepperdo. Okay. I gotta get back to the chat. There we go. Hey, Mike. Happy Thursday. I was just adjusting something with the banner that's going along the bottom. I'm going to look at something else. Hold on, guys. If you're coming in, I went away from the chat for a second because I need to look at something really quick. I don't know that it's necessary that I actually look at it right now, though. So anyway, hi everyone. Mike Wheeler, Andrew Ford, welcome in. Space Mountain Dave, welcome in, and happy Thursday. How's your night going? How's your week going? I had actually a good day at work. It was busy. We're never like not busy, but hey, Noah, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Well, yeah, we're never not busy. So that just goes without saying. It's getting a little rougher now that the summer weather is here. But Andrew, you have skipped school all week. Interesting. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for sharing it out. Hopefully some more people will come in. I've got some things to talk about. I'm going to, let people come in for a few minutes and just kind of chit chat. Tina McNeil, how are you? Happy Thursday. I was doing a little bit of tidying up in my room tonight, just a little bit ago, and I'm kind of ashamed because my Bucky fell down. My little Bucky fell down actually on last week's stream, and I forgot about it last week when I closed out the stream, when I ended the stream. So I actually just saw him tonight. So poor Bucky has been on the floor for the entirety of the week. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna put you back up here so you can maybe fall down again, or maybe not fall down again, hopefully. Yep. That's how I do it. So after I got off of work, I went to the dollar store and found a new bag. I got a new reusable shopping bag with the Toy Story characters on it. from the Dollar Tree. And I love the Toy Story character, so I had to get it. You know I had to. Put you back there, guys. And I got a few things in it. Came home with me, random things, a couple things. This backdrop in back of me. That's where the backdrop would be. In back of me, I got a new one that will, I think it's gonna go like the whole way instead of having like two different scenes back there. So I'm gonna try to work with that this week, and hopefully I can debut it for you guys next week. Next Thursday. But a couple things that I got, I really didn't need it, but yes, I did need it. They had some fun tropical beach tiki oh, is my mic going wacko again? I don't know why. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. I have another headset mic here. So I don't know if it's the headset mic or it's the computer or anyway, sorry about that. I have no idea. Just for a second or two. Okay, Tina. Sorry, Mike. I know you are. I'm not pushing buttons. I promise I'm not pushing buttons. So anyway, you can already see his head, but I found a inflatable bingo at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree. It was only $1. I just had to get him. Kind of fun. Only problem is I don't really have anywhere to put him. But I've never had a blow up flamingo, so I had to get him. The other thing I got was a blow up parrot. So I don't know if you can see that he's a parrot. This part of him, the head looks kind of like something out of he does look like Iago, but I was thinking, now that you said that, I was thinking he looked kind of like something out of The Land Before Time, one of the dinosaur characters. But yeah, he does look like Iago. But anyway, yeah. Carol, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Glad to have you here. So that's my inflatable parrot. And then, of course, you cannot have a stream with the turkey leg stir without the inflatable turkey leg making an appearance. You see that, guys? It's still here. I actually misplaced it last week, or before it had fallen on the floor behind my bed, and so I'm returning it to right next up here on my desk. Yeah. So if you guys were aware, I don't know if you were, but I was on the Hitchhiking Bones stream last week, and we had a great conversation. I loved being on there. It was actually the third time that I had been on the Hitchhiking Bones, the Hitchhiker Chat, which is on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's 10 p.m. Eastern time, and had a great time. This week they talked to Mr. Tim Pruitt. That was a fun stream. And there was one thing though that I was going to show, and I totally forgot that I was going to show it when I was on the Hitchhiking Bones stream, and it was something that was given to me by one of my customers at Wendy's, and it was you know working the drive-through. In case anyone doesn't know, I work at Wendy's. I work the drive-through on the order taker, and it's not the easiest job. And every so often, once in a while, I get a customer, a compliment, an actual compliment. And they say, "Oh, I love your voice. You're so friendly. You're so professional. I love coming here." I actually had a customer today that told me that she drives past 2 Wendy's to come to our store because we have the best service. She goes past 2 different Wendy's, and there's not a ton of Wendy's around. 2 different Wendy's locations to get to our store because we have the best service. So that was really amazing. And it's compliments like that tell you, that let you know you are doing a good job. It's kind of tough when you have, busy nonstop line of cars, and you get a lot of complaints, people that are being either really rude or they're just kind of rushing, and they're not really still really seem appreciative. So it's really nice when you get the compliment and you get a nice person. But a number of years ago, I had an elderly couple that came through the line pretty much every day, and they would come through with their granddaughter, and they would just order Frosties. Once in a while, they would order a little junior cheeseburger, but most of the time they would just come through for our Frosties, which, if you don't know, is described as a frozen dairy dessert is how it's described and advertised. People like to call it the ice cream or the milkshake. Hitchhiking Bones, welcome in, Don. I was just mentioning about being on your stream last week. Had a great time. But anyway, I'm kind of taking a long way around of showing this item that I was given by a customer, and that I was going to show when I was on Hitchhiker Chat with you guys, Will and Don. So there was an elderly couple. They came through the line. They would only order Frosties. They'd get I think it was 2 vanilla and 1 chocolate Frosty. And they came through pretty much almost every day. So one time the guy came, the man, the husband or the grandfather, however you want to say, asked me what was my favorite color. I told him it was blue, because it is. And so I didn't think anything of it, although it's kind of, I did think it was kind of odd that he would ask my favorite color, but he's, a regular. Um, so I told him it was blue. Anyone else, I would have, asked why they want to know, but it was a regular. And so, um, anyway, it was probably a couple weeks later when they came through and I took their order. I knew it was them because I recognized the order. I have a little window by the computer. You can kind of see back to where the speaker is. You can't see everything, but you can get enough of the car that if you're like right there, you can see back and you can see, if there's a car there. So you can, see the vehicles enough to, recognize them if they're I showed it, if it's your regular. So he came to the window, or they came to the window, and we had the Frosties ready. And I gave him the Frosties, and before he left, he said, "This is for you," and this is what he gave me. He gave me this beautiful, it's like a stained glass piece. This is actual like glass here, and it's got a little weight to it actually, and I'll hold it up a little closer to the thing here, and I'll try to take a picture of it where it's got some daylight coming through, maybe tomorrow, but it's got a nice weight to it. It's really beautiful, and it's got this as a hanger thing here on the back, so I can hang it up on like the wall or like in the window. But like, it was just really awesome, and this is like part of the reason why I think that I keep going back to Wendy's to, this job that, I'm still looking at moving on, but, this was like huge in, the customers coming, that they just appreciate, my service. Yes, Tina, it looks very much handcrafted, which is probably why it, maybe it took, some time from when they asked me what my favorite color was, and before I got it. So yeah, this is just awesome. So that I was going to show on Hitchhiker Chat the other night, Dawn, or last week, and totally forgot because I have actually it put away in a drawer, because not because I don't want to show it, but because, oh, am I going robo again? Sorry, Mike. I don't know why my mic wants. I don't know why my microphone wants to like be. It's better now. Okay, that's weird. I don't know. Anyway, because I actually had it hanging up on the wall, and it actually fell once. It was on a rug, so nothing got damaged. So I decided just to kind of put it away until I could maybe think of a better, more secure way to hang it up. But so it was put away. That's why I didn't really remember that I wanted to like show it off. And I'm like, oh, I should have showed it off. But then I was like, well, hey, I've got streams. I can show it off here. So let me go back in the chat, see if I missed anything at all. Very pretty. It's very pretty. Yes, yes, yes. Pretty. So Tina, yes, we do have vanilla Frosties. We have vanilla and chocolate, and actually about a month ago, um, there was a rumor that some of the Wendy's were actually selling strawberry flavored Frosty, which I can't wait. I'm hoping that's actually a thing, and I'm hoping that it comes to us because I would definitely love to see what a strawberry Frosty would taste like. But the oh yeah, chocolate Frosties were my mother's favorite, says Don. Yes, the chocolate was the original flavor that Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, came out with. And fun fact, the flavoring of the chocolate Frosty is not actually pure chocolate. It's actually a little vanilla and chocolate. And so when you're getting a chocolate Frosty, you're actually getting vanilla in there too. And then I actually remember, oh my gosh, when the vanilla Frosty came out, it was in 2006. It was about the summertime, so it's been about 15 years that the Wendy's has had the vanilla Frosty. And I remember it came out and they made this big to do about it. They came out with the Frosty floats where we had the cup with the plastic dome, and you could put root beer, Coke, Dr. Pepper. Root beer was like the most popular drink, obviously. Some people wanted Coke, some people wanted Dr. Pepper. Then after a while, I started getting these weird requests from people. They wanted to put Sprite with it, which was a little weird to me, but it kind of worked. Um, and then they did some other things with the Frosty, the vanilla Frosty. They started doing these kind of inspired by the McFlurries that McDonald's has, where that we mixed in M&Ms, some like crushed Oreos, things in it. We came out with Frosty Shakes where we had special syrups and we would spin in. We had a whole special contraption on the front counter where we would spin in the syrups into the vanilla Frosty, and then it would become an actual milkshake instead of the ice cream. Those have all gone away. Now we still can we still do we still can sell the Frosty the Frosty float, but we just don't have it on the menu. But it's kind of a hidden menu item that we can have. Yes, Mike Wheeler, the birthday cake one was amazing. If anyone doesn't know, we had that not last year. I think it was the year before when was it last year? I'd have to look it up. I think it was last year. We took the vanilla Frosty mix, and then we had a special syrup that we actually worked into or mixed into the mix inside of the machine. And when you served the vanilla Frosty, it came out and it tasted like birthday cake, not just straight vanilla Frosty. And we had it for about a month at my store. I think some locations had it much longer. 2019, yes, Mike. Now that you say that, it makes more sense because I think it was for our 50th, the Wendy's 50th anniversary. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, And on top, we also had sprinkles, colored sprinkles that we had on top of the, would put on top of the Frosty, kind of our little special thing for the 50th anniversary. Except we sold out of the sprinkles like in a week, and then we never got any more in. So I had one birthday cake Frosty with the sprinkles on it, and then I had a few more while we still had the birthday cake flavored Frosty without the sprinkles. So that was a little disappointing. I think it was I can't lie. I think it was a managerial blooper. But anyway, yes, Mike says, and truthfully, Frosties is the only thing good to dip your French fries in. No other type of milkshake or dessert tastes as good. So let me just be honest for a second. Okay, this month, June, actually coming up on the 2 weeks from yesterday, in 2 weeks, I will have been with Wendy's for 17 years. 3 different stores, 17 years. Yeah, it's a long time. I only tried that dipping the fries in the Frosties thing about probably 2 years ago, about the time, just a couple of years. I had been with Wendy's for all that time, and I finally tried the fries and the Frosty thing. And I can't lie, I'm not gonna like throw hate at the whole thing and say, no, if you like it, great. It was fun to try, but I was not something that I'm gonna, really, take on doing. Aloha, Elena. Happy Thursday. Welcome in. So yeah, 17 years. And to be honest, I don't know. I'm kind of at my point of might be moving on before I reach 18. But anyway, Mike Wheeler, truthfully, was better before they did the sea salt, but it's still good. Yeah, the sea salt fries and the natural cut fries. I don't know if you realize this, Mike, but when they started the sea salt fries thing, they also changed the fries to be like the natural cut fries, and so the potatoes are cut with the skin on, and so you get fries and you actually see the potato skins. And we had mixed reviews. Seems like Mike isn't really a fan, and that's fine. I was great with it. Well, as good as you can be with a food item that you serve all day long for hours and hours every day. But yeah, I remember when they switched that. I actually got when we switched to that new style of fries. I actually had a customer that asked me, "Your new fries, are they still made from potatoes?" "Yes, ma'am." They said, "Yes, ma'am, they are. They are. They're still made from potatoes." Jeez. Uh, Dave says not big on Wendy's fries. That's fine, Dave. Not everyone is. Mike Wheeler, Don, now I challenge you to it. I expect a short. What's that? The fries? So, if you're talking about the fries, Don or anybody who hasn't really tried it, it's not, it's just our fries that we sell. If you go to any Wendy's and you order fries, um, the but the fries that you'll get are the natural cut fries. And natural cut just means that they left the potato skins on um, before the fries and frosted. Yeah, I would definitely, if you haven't done it yet, I would recommend you try it. But it's worth trying. I would do it with the chocolate frosty. But I'm sure it's not terrible with the vanilla frosty. When I did it, it was with the chocolate frosty. So, anyway, I wasn't going to talk about Wendy's tonight, but you know, because I'm around Wendy's the whole day, who wants to talk about it more? But I guess I kind of opened that can of worms with my ornament here, my cross. The other thing I want to talk about, wanted to bring up that I just saw, which was kind of neat, which is another thing that goes back years for me, is, if you excuse me, I gotta pull my seat up here. Yeah. So the other thing is, before we, oh, Elena, they're opening a Wendy's near me. I'm kind of worried about the traffic it's going to cause. Yeah. Um, that's cool. So yeah, I mean, I guess it will. That is awesome to hear. So Elena, yes, there is vanilla and chocolate officially that I know of, but there was the rumor recently that I heard that there were some Wendy's doing strawberry. I can't verify that. Of course, I didn't really do the research to like verify it. I just oh, Mike says, "Hey Dean, see if you can transfer to the one near Elena's." You know, I would do another 17 years at Wendy's in Hawaii easily, but I would probably insist that they have a pineapple flavor frosty if I was going to do that. Um, which would be an interesting thought, kind of like a Wendy's Dole Whip kind of a deal. Um, so anyway, back to what I was talking about. I don't know if you guys are into Christian music at all. I am grew up listening to a lot of Christian music. Of course, I enjoy movie soundtracks, such as the Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit soundtracks. Um, but I saw a post from Christian artist Stephen Curtis Chapman on Instagram today, and he was posting that he has had an album that came out in 1999, and his album Speechless came out today, 22 years ago, and he had a post about it, and here it is. I have been a Stephen Curtis Chapman fan um, for probably about that long. I think this was like his current album when I started listening to him. So I have the CD, but get this, I also have the cassette. Who remembers cassettes? Um, Here it is. The cassette tape. You remember putting it in the player and playing, and then once in a while, if your player was really got excited, it would eat the tape, and you'd have to pull out I don't have one here, but a number 2 pencil and wind it up again. And yes, Elena, wow, a cassette. And so I've got the cassette version, and then I've got it on CD. And then, of course, now I've got Spotify, so I can listen to it on there, which is where I kind of listen to most of my music now. But I still have both the CD and the cassette, of course. And I enjoy, listening to music via Spotify. But there was honestly there. I was thinking about it earlier. Was honestly a special, if you want to call it magic, to actually buying a CD when it came out from your favorite artist. Um, and I guess they're still making CDs. If you order it like online, I think you can still get the CDs, but everything's seems to have shifted digitally. Um, but and I've got a lot of these, a lot of CDs that I actually own. Actually, you see back here, this is a CD tower, a whole CD tower that my Toy Story bag is on. That I got a ton of them. I could show some of them to you guys sometime, maybe if you want to. But I still have a boombox. It's sitting on the other side of the CD tower here, and yes, the old pencil fix. I've got number 2 pencils hanging around here too. I'm not sure where I put them all. Anyway, I think they're in one of my drawers somewhere, like my storage drawers, not my yeah. Anyway, um, but yes, and yeah, CDs are like books. I like to hold them in my hand. Yeah. And you open the booklet and you've got these more pictures of the artist than you get just on the on the front cover. And then you open it up and you get even more. They put the lyrics in there. You get these fun pictures from the artists. There he is in the rain. So anyway, yeah, this is his album Speechless. And I'm honestly probably going to be listening to this tomorrow while I'm trying to do stuff. And Mike, I heard you mention Burlap to Cashmere in the chat earlier. I listened to a couple of their songs. I didn't really get into them, but I was familiar with the name. I was kind of into like all the popular Christian artists. If you name one, I probably listened to them when I was growing up. and Michael W. Smith, the Newsboys. Who else? DC Talk was an oldie. And then, of course, Jars of Clay. I listened to them some. They weren't like towards the top of my list. They were kind of in the middle-ish of my list. But yeah, I did listen to Jars of Clay some. Stryper, I never really listened to them or him at all. But Amy Grant. Yep, I listened to Amy Grant. Trying to think who else. If anyone knows Rebecca St. James, listen to her. And then a little later on, Jeremy Camp came around. Of course, DC Talk split, and the Toby Mac started doing his stuff. Solo, Toby Mac. Actually, all the three guys kind of did their solo things from DC Talk, but Toby Mac, I think, has been the most popular of the three. And of course, Michael Tate from DC Talk eventually became the lead singer about 10 years ago now, became the lead singer of the Newsboys. So if you listen to any of the more recent stuff from the Newsboys, Michael Tate is the lead singer. He used to be part of DC Talk. And then just a lot of artists. Those are just a few of the artists that I enjoyed listening to. And there were so many. Some of them I didn't get into a lot. Some of them I got into more. Stephen Curtis Chapman was definitely towards the top of the list for me. And then, of course, as far as music goes, I got into, like I mentioned, some of the movie soundtracks, a lot of the John Williams, some of the John Williams stuff, specifically Star Wars. The Star Wars soundtracks where I really got into those. The soundtracks to what I would call the Middle Earth movies, the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Those soundtracks, I really got into that music. Crystal Lewis. Yeah, I've got a couple favorite songs from Crystal Lewis, though I didn't listen to her a ton. Some of the artists I heard like maybe a half dozens of their songs here and there. I didn't really start, getting into them. And then, of course, I had a few artists that I really liked and got into. Trying to think who else I have over there. Jeremy Camp. Started the early 2000s. Who else? I am just drawing a blank. But yeah, so anyway, I thought I mentioned Stephen Curtis Chapman's album because I saw that post, and I've actually got a Instagram story that I did earlier about with that post in it. as it was just a remembering that album, and it was huge. Right about the time when that album came out, it was kind of when I was really getting interested in, exploring, Christian music. Really didn't listen to a lot of music. I did some, but I really, started, getting into listening to Christian radio and some of the artists, and, really listening to what was available. Good night, Dave. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I was a little tired earlier, but it's probably going to hit me a little later when I end the stream. But yeah, have a great night, Dave. Space Mountain Dave goes live at 10:30 on Saturday nights, and it's a really fun chat. He goes live Wednesday nights as well, so check him out Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. It's a fun little chat there. And so yeah, let me go up the chat. See if yep. Don't think I missed anything at all. So yeah, so the Hitchhiking Bones go live Tuesday nights at 10 for Hitchhiker Chat. 10, that's Eastern time. And then, of course, and the Space Mountain Dave is live Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. Saturdays at 10:30. So, yes, Mike, 12 o'clock means midnight means we need to do story time. So, we are working through this book, the 5-minute Star Wars stories. And let's read the next story and see what kind of adventures we can have in that galaxy far, far away. So my bookmark is this postcard from Lake Buena Visitors, LBV, on YouTube. And I just thought I'd throw that out there. I have one of their shirts. They just came out with, I just saw today, they just came out with a really neat looking shirt inspired by Cruella, which seems like it's a really interesting, great movie. I totally plan on watching it when it comes to regular Disney Plus and not the premiere, because the just financially it doesn't make sense for me to spend that money when it's eventually going to be available, at no extra charge. So I'll be waiting for Cruella. However, this weekend, I think, is when Raya and the Last Dragon will be coming to regular Disney Plus, coming off of the premiere level. So I'll be able to check Raya out. And then later this month, of course, Luca will be coming out, in the new Pixar film, Luca. And yeah, I saw they released a Elvis Stitch one too. Yeah, I saw that LBV released an Elvis Stitch T-shirt. I went from movies back to LBV without clarifying, so sorry about that. But yeah, looking forward to, and of course I've been seeing some posters and things for the series that's coming out. Loki, the Loki series. Sounds a lot like Luca. That's why I was Wasn't sure if I was saying the right thing. But yeah, Luca is the Pixar movie that's coming out. And then Loki is the Marvel is a series about Loki from the Thor um, the Thor well, I guess he's just Marvel in general. Um, Mike Wheeler says, just a heads up, tomorrow during the stream they are giving away Thomas Kinkade paintings again, this time Marvel. Awesome. I love Thomas Kinkade. But anyway, now that I've just gone down like a half a dozen rabbit trails, let's come back to the story time. Today we are reading Star Wars from the New Hope. A New Hope. This is Return, or no. What is this called? No, not Return. It's called Destroy the Death Star. Destroy the Death Star. And then here is Luke and Han talking to each other there. And so here we go. Destroy the Death Star. For years, the rebellion had struggled against the evil Galactic Empire. Now, for the first time, the rebels had an advantage. They had discovered a weakness in the Empire's greatest weapon, the Death Star. They could use a good pilot like you, Luke Skywalker said to his friend Han Solo as the rebels prepared for their attack. Sorry, kid, Han said. The smuggler wasn't interested. He had more important things to do. And then there's Luke. Luke, and then superhero of the saga, R2-D2, right up there. Luke walked away disappointed, but he needed to keep his mind on the mission. At times like this, he missed his old teacher, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Luke climbed into the cockpit of his X-Wing while they loaded his astromech droid, R2-D2, into the ship. Luke was glad that the little droid was his co-pilot. The two friends had been through a lot together. And then there they are. Here's the Death Star. The fleet of X-Wings flew toward the space station. Look at the size of that thing, one of the pilots said. As they approached the massive Death Star, everyone started to get nervous. Luke heard a mysterious voice inside his head. Luke, the Force will be with you. There they are. X-Wings, blaster fire, Death Star. Soon the Death Star's cannons began to shoot at the X-Wings. Laser fire exploded all around Luke and his friends, but there was no time for hesitation. I'm going in, said Luke. Luke heard the voice again. Luke, trust your feelings. The voice seemed familiar, and it helped Luke focus. He dodged the laser fire and swooped toward the surface of the Death Star with the other X-Wings. There's the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters. But the X-Wings were not alone. A fleet of TIE Fighters appeared behind them. That was going to make things even more difficult, especially since Darth Vader himself was leading the enemy ships. There he is, Darth Vader. The TIE fighters fired on the X-Wings. Luke's ship was shot. I'm hit, but not bad, Luke told the other pilots. R2, see what you can do back there. R2-D2 got to work fixing the damage. The little droid was both brave and smart. The X-Wing swooping up there out of the trench of the Death Star. The first of the X-Wings entered the Death Star's trench. The lead pilot got close to the exhaust port, the one weakness of the giant space station. The pilot fired, but he missed. And there's C-3PO and Leia at the control station of the base. Back at the Rebel base, Princess Leia and C-3PO were worried about their friends. But they were also worried about the Death Star. If it got too close to the base, it would destroy them all. And then there's X-Wing and the TIE fighters right on their tail. The second attack run of the Rebel ships dove into the canyon to take their shot. But they missed too. It was all up to Luke. He just had to dodge Darth Vader and the enemy TIE fighters on his tail. Here's Luke. Luke tried to use the targeting computer to make the shot, but he heard the familiar voice in his head again. Use the Force, Luke. It was Obi-Wan. Luke shut off the computer and trusted himself. Right as he was about to take his shot, Darth Vader's TIE fighter appeared behind him. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, on with the story. Darth Vader's lasers locked onto Luke's X-Wing. I have you now, Vader said triumphantly. But before Vader could fire, another ship swooped in and shot all the TIE fighters. It was Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon. He had returned just in time to save his friend. Yahoo! Han shouted with excitement. Then he added, You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home. Luke was so happy his friend had joined the fight after all, but everything still rested on Luke's shoulders. If he didn't make the shot, the rebels were doomed. Luke thought about what Obi-Wan had said. Luke closed his eyes and used the Force. He waited. Then, when the moment was right, he fired. And there we are, firing down the trench to the exhaust port to blow that son of a up. There it is, full page spread there. It's blowing up, and there's TIE fighters, Millennium Falcon. Luke did it! The torpedoes flew into the exhaust port. Great shot, kid, Han Solo said. That was 1 in a million. The rebel ships sped away from the Death Star as fast as they could. Seconds later, the entire space station exploded in a giant burst of light. The Death Star had been destroyed. There's Luke Skywalker and Ben Obi-Wan behind him. As Luke and his friends flew to safety, he heard Obi-Wan's voice in his head one last time. Remember, the Force will be with you always. Luke smiled to himself. He and his friends had defeated the Empire and rescued the rebels, and soon they would save the entire galaxy. And that is all for tonight's adventure in the galaxy far, far away. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. That was I just had to. Because that's what happens at the end of the movie. Yay! Mike Wheeler's giving me applause. And one spider, looks like. I don't know if you realized that happened, Mike. You're clapping and giving me a spider. I don't know if that's a subtle change of conversation topic. Thank you, Carol. I enjoyed it very much. Very, very much. And Mike putting on my campsite.bio/the Turkey Lakester. That is where all my links live, except for my Instagram link, because that page is for where I put all of my links. Mike is probably next to the clapping emojis in the lineup. Stacy Rogers, welcome in. Tina says, no, Mike just likes spiders. Karki said, it is Rhonda's birthday. It would be great if people sent her birthday messages on IG. Oh, Rhonda, I'll have to send Rhonda a birthday note. Thank you for mentioning that, Carol. I will definitely do that. And what did Stacy? Oh, Stacy found her car key. We all found our car key. We all found our car key tonight. And yeah. So it was fun, Star Wars. Next up, the Rebels are on Hoth. And something big happens on Hoth. That'll be next week. So anyway, that is about all for tonight's stream, actually. It is 20 past midnight. And yeah, so I've enjoyed this stream very much. I was going to say something else, kind of a housekeeping-ish thing, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I've enjoyed our chit chat tonight, story time, talking about Christian music, Wendy's and Frosties, and whatever else we talked about. I don't remember. But anyway, this has definitely been fun. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Kind of a semi-announcement without that I will announce again in a couple weeks. I am looking to retitle the name of this stream instead of being Follow the Happy Live. I'm going to rename this show to being something else that has something to do with turkey legs, turkeys. So I'm kind of thinking about what I'm going to do. I have a couple ideas um, that are kind of top of the list, top contestants, if you will, in my mind, um, for what I'm going to rename it to. So that renaming will happen sometime this month. Before June is out, this Thursday night show will have a different name, and it'll have something to do with turkeys. So, oh, Tina for the win. Gobbles and stories. So actually, that's really close to one of the ideas, Tina. The because I kind of like to kind of have a happy, positive, um, you know, you know, thing. One of the titles, and actually it was a podcast channel name idea that I had for a short amount of time, and it never really materialized into anything. Um, the title of that is Gobbles and Giggles. Um, so I'm working with that. I was thinking about just the Turkey Legster Live, but that just sounds terribly um, like not original. So I'm probably not gonna have it be the Turkey Legster Live because everyone knows it's the Turkey Legster Live. Um, so I'm still thinking about it, but before the month is out, this show will have a new name. So yeah. Also, I want to mention that I'm also considering probably when I do have a new name for the stream. I want to try to have a guest or two on for the stream to I'm actually debating on whether it would be this stream or maybe on my Monday night stream to talk about Disney news. Might be a little more fun just because it's an actual topics based. But if I have a guest on, I could kind of do an interview of whoever I have on. So, I'm just kind of thinking about when that'll happen and who I would reach out to. Stacey Rogers says story time with the turkey legster. That sounds fun. Ooh, going gobbletastic with Dean, or maybe just going gobbletastic. Ooh, now I did not. I'm writing it. I gotta write that down. Hold on, guys. I gotta write this down. Hold on, guys. Now I gotta find a pen. Here we go. Which is a joke. If you know me, I have a thing for office supplies, and in this closet here, I've got tubs of pens. Actually, down here in front of me, I've got tubs of pens. So if you hear me say I gotta find a pen or I gotta find paper, you know I'm joking because I've literally got stacks next to me. What am I writing down? Oh, going gobbletastic. Okay. Going gobble. Sound it out, Dean. Gobble-tastic. Gobble-tastic. I will put with Dean in parentheses because that might work. How about with Dean, the turkey legster? Turkey leg stir. Awesome. Yes, office supplies fetish. I call it a what's the other word? Story time with turkey legster. Gotta write some of these down. Because then there was the gobbles. Hold on, with the turkey legster. I gotta go find the one that Tina said. Obsession, office supply obsession. That's what I have up here. Gobbles and stories is what Tina said. Gobbles and stories. 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 STOR. That's right. Tina spelled it right, I'll bet. How did Tina spell it? That's right, right? Stories. STORIES. That's what I put. Okay. It's getting late. The Alani. Okay. Elena says, since we're talking about music, since we're talking about music, has anyone listened to the Alani soundtrack on Pandora? I have not, Elena. I wonder if I could look it up on see if Spotify has it. I'll write that down too so I don't forget later. Alani soundtrack. CK. Okay. I will look that up. I'm sure that's got to be awesome. But anyway, I've just spent about 10 minutes here sounding out words and but yeah, the stream's going to be renamed and yeah. So thank you everybody for coming. And Monday night, I will be back doing Newsflash Disney at 11. I took this week off for Memorial Day. And also, I can't lie, a lot of the news items that I saw posted on some of the sources didn't seem all that interesting as well. So that was kind of a double reason. It didn't interest me. I'm sure it interested somebody. But keeping track of the news this week, and it looks a lot better. Yeah. So Monday, Newsflash Disney, right here on the Turkey Legster. Next Thursday, there will be yet another one of the last Follow the Happy lives. Follow the Happy. No, I shouldn't say. I shouldn't. Stopping myself mid-sentence because I realize I'm not correct. I was going to say that Follow the Happy Live was what I called what this was on Instagram, but I actually did Turkey Legster Live on Instagram Live on Thursdays. So yeah, when I switched to Follow the Happy, that became Follow the Happy Live. And then when I moved to YouTube, yeah. And so actually, yeah. So this month, great things happening. Yeah. So thank you, Don. Thank you. I enjoyed the story and the conversation. I look forward to Thursday nights so much. So much. And I will definitely definitely I'm gonna look up that Alani soundtrack. That sounds fun. So anyway, everyone who is in here, Dawn, Tina, Elena, Carol was in here, Mike Wheeler's in here, Stacy Rogers, Carol, Karki, and Space Mountain Dave was here. Anyone else who is ninja watching right now? Showing me 8 people watching. But anyway, if you're watching live or on the replay, thanks for coming in. Have a great weekend. And I will click this off. Let me turn the banner off. And yeah, so everyone take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And oh, hi Chuck, how are you? Got to meet Tina and Chuck and enjoy a turkey leg in the American Adventure a few weeks ago. That was awesome. So, hi Chuck. Thanks for watching and listening. And Tina and everyone for watching and listening. I think I've said that like 5 times now. But anyway, have a great night and have a great weekend. I've said that a few times now too. But take care, and I will see you next time, or you'll see me next time. I'll see you. I'll see your name and the words that you type in the chat next time. Yes, have a gobble-tastic night. And oh, he says hi back. Awesome. And yeah. So until next time, have a wonderful weekend for the umpteenth time again. And take care. Thanks for watching, listening, and everybody say bye to Bucky. Bye, Bucky. There's Bucky. Say bye to Bucky. Bye to Bucky. Bye. And then we'll see you next time. Bye to Bucky. Okay. Take care, all. Bye to Bucky. Bye to Bucky. Say bye to Bucky.